FIFA is a series that used to be one of my most played titles each year, but now it's not. Going from roughly 300 hours a year to less than 10 has been the result of an ever-growing decline in a game that was once close to my heart. It got so bad I actually stopped reviewing FIFA games after FIFA 18, even though I played a bit of 19 and 20. Possibly I'll play FIFA 21 thanks to Origin Access, which I got briefly to play a few other games. My last official words for the series being,
FIFA 18 focuses so much on what happens around the beautiful game that it almost forgets about the game altogether. When a game starts feeling more like it should and an experience that you want every waking moment of every day, then that's the point when you have to take a moment, reevaluate what's going on, and make some changes to fix what's wrong. The good thing for EA is that the ideal for the game is just a patch away. Fix the defending, fix the pace, and for God's sake, fix the faces of my damn team!
Which brings us to today. Today, I'm actually going to review FIFA 21 before actually playing it, just to see how accurate I can be of a game that has become predictably worse with each release. If it turns out I'm wrong, then I'll actually do a follow-up of this review, but that's highly unlikely. EA as a company has a track record of under-delivering on their sports games, and just for an example, we can look at none other than the dumpster fire that is NFL 21. So just to give you an idea of the structure, we're breaking down this review from mode to mode until we get to the conclusion. We'll start with career mode. Career mode has been the forgotten child of this franchise for years along with pro clubs, but this year we do see some seemingly impactful improvements. Now simulations allow players to hop in whenever they feel like, so if it's like 79 minutes and you need a single goal to win, then you can simply take control. If you're up 3 and need to run to the loo, then relinquish control to the AI till you return. All in all, a seamless addition that adds to the quality of life experience in the game.
And he's through here. And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. 2 in front here.
EA have also opted to copy some of what Konami have done in their manager mode by including the ability to change player positions, playstyle, and they have improved the transfer system. Now you can loan to buy players or include them in transfer deals, features already included in PES. Fans of PES may view this as a bad thing, but it's not. If FIFA 21 improves by adapting what is already good in PES and vice versa, then we as the players benefit. Such practices mean that we get a better product no matter which game we choose. Moving on, let's talk about Ultimate Team. EA's cash cow. FIFA 21 Ultimate Team on the other hand is more of the same agonizing gambling nonsense that it has been for years. And remember, this is still a game rated as suitable for young children, yet they've persisted to include this predatory mode in the game. Locking the mode behind an excessive age gate system or making it a separate product would have been ideal, but EA won't make such a play till they are forced by governments. And for those of you who still play this mode, I seriously don't understand, but you still have the same terrible odds at getting any of the best players, and the whole mode is an arduous grind for progress. There's also the situation where the meta is also condensed to just a few viable squads thanks to the drop rate of certain players. The devs, however, have also continued the admiration of their competitors' products by including co-op and matchday-like features in FUT this year, features that were already in PES 2020. They've made great effort to streamline some of the menus, remove all fitness items, and even drop staff coaches and training items, resulting in not needing to worry about player fitness before matches, so more focus can be placed on the actual matches. Matches with less replays, faster restarts, and a new custom stadium system dubbed the FUT Stadium. This new feature allows players to almost fully customize the auditory and visual experience on the pitch. From choosing anthems to seat colors, even crests, kits, and commentary names can be altered. In a way, this is a feature fans have been asking for, but just not in this mode. Player performance is also more malleable this year thanks to changing attributes which relate to their real life performance. All in all, good stuff, right? Well, this is EA after all, so with all the changes comes more of the same. The netcode, of course, is still terrible. Scripting is alive and well, and even though they've removed some of the items from the packs and streamlined play, they've added others. Did you really think all those customizations would come free? Hell no. They're all part of the never-ending loot box system, which dominates every aspect of this game. Now, the gameplay. I'm actually writing this section first, even though it's third in the pecking order, because this is arguably the main aspect of the game that won't change. EA has made a killing on hype, while quality of play has progressively declined. In FIFA 20, the defending regressed, while emphasis was placed on attack and set pieces. In FIFA 21, they've tweaked the gameplay to make it more in line with its competitor. Features like controlling players off the ball, close control dribbling, manual shots, all make their way from PES. They've also claimed to improve the collisions, but they claim that every year. EA devs have in a way tweaked the gameplay ever so slightly to change the feel of play in a way that makes it seem like it's improved, but don't be fooled. This is the same game as last year that favors quick passing, flamboyant play over anything else. Players with the ability to perform all the tricks will be gods online, while the rest of us will either struggle to win or use cheap tricks. Glitches have of course remained aplenty because, as any FIFA fan knows, that's a feature, not a flaw. Matches continue to be plagued with clipping weird animations and the ever-present visual glitches. This all thanks to the continued use of the Frostbite engine, an engine originally developed for FPS games like Battlefield. Again, feel free to look no further than Madden NFL 21 for a great example on how this feature will enhance your gameplay experience. As for visuals, FIFA 21 gameplay looks exactly the same as FIFA 20. EA of course attempted to beguile players by using actual match footage in their trailers, and it has worked. Players have placed their trust in the benevolent publisher, and they have delivered on sweet 4K 60 frames per second gameplay. Players look just as good as they did last year, and so do their managers. If you're in charge of Chelsea, you'll see Frank Lampard barking orders from the sidelines, while Real Madrid will have the keen eyes of Zizou to guide them. This is one of the aspects of FIFA that brings the game more in line with the real sport, and with all their licenses, they have a lot to present. That being said, the lighting engine remains mostly the same, so up close players look lifelike, while at a distance it's easy to distinguish their individual physical traits. You will of course find the absurd facsimiles of huge global stars, but that's to be expected when dealing with so many players.
Serge Gnabry. Werner with it now. Oh, a nice looking pass. A mischievous effort. Well, I must say he's got that chip horribly wrong.
Well, if he had that chance again, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't try the chip.
So, with all of that to say so far about this game, here's my final verdict. Show off some flashy trailers, toss in some big name players, lots of flamboyant colors, and pretty much the average brain-dead FIFA player will be hooked for another purchase. I'm not gonna mince my words to say this because it's just as much a part of the problem as EA. We don't just blame a dealer for selling drugs, but the junkie too. This is a supply and demand market, and after all, EA knows that most players either lack the cognitive capacity to incite change or are too young to know any better. As such, FIFA 21 will sell well, while players will continue to complain about the same things they've done so far for the last few years to no avail. Nothing will change because money talks, and the dum-dums make up a large majority of the average consumers. There have been some improvements thanks in part to adapting features present in their competitors' game, but EA have added their own touches too. Whether those changes are enough to get your money will depend deeply on how much you like FIFA 20.5. So thank you so much for watching this review. As I said at the beginning of the review, this review has been done before I actually played the game. If it turns out that the game isn't anything like what I've mentioned so far, if there are any sort of changes or errors that I've made in representing this game, I will of course make an updated video that will address such things. But so far I don't think I'll actually be wrong about this because this is EA, and yeah, you can't be wrong about these kind of things. Anyway, so with that, if you enjoyed this review, I would love to know what you guys think about it in the comments. Even if you hated the review, maybe you're a FIFA fan and you just think that I'm an idiot and don't know anything about FIFA because, you know, maybe, just maybe, you may be right. You're not. But anyway, leave us a comment, a like, and subscribe and all that good stuff so you'll find out what I'm doing next in the future and all that kind of good stuff. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!